Here we go. The last arithmetic sequence activity that you'll do from the Practice Skills 11-1 worksheet that you've been working on. You've had several activities already. The last thing we're going to do now is we are going to take a look. You have on your worksheet, you have the sequence. You have found a zero term. You've written those sequences into a table, including the zero term. And then you use that t-table to make a graph. That's what you've done so far. So now the next step is I want to write a formula. I want to write an equation that will allow me to find any term I want for the sequence. If I want to find the 20th term, the 100th term, the 1000th term, how can I write a formula so I don't have to keep plotting dots, I don't have to keep adding 3. So the nice thing about arithmetic sequences, every time you've graphed one, if you haven't noticed, every time you graph an arithmetic sequence, it forms a line. Everything's in a straight line. So when you write the equation for it, it is called a linear equation. You've been working with a certain formula called slope-intercept. Y equals mx plus b. And all arithmetic sequences fit into this formula. I'm going to show you how that's done. When you do that to write the formula to allow you to find any term for an arithmetic sequence, we write y equals. Now m is our slope, as you know, and m then, how do I find m? Well, you've taken a t-table before in the past and you said, well, what's the difference between these two numbers? And you would say 3. And what's the difference between these two? And you'd say 1. And you would say the slope equals 3 over 1, and 3 divided by 1 was 3. Where else in your sequence work do you see this number 3? That's right, it's right up here. 3 is the common difference in the sequence. The common difference in the sequence is also the slope. Up 1, 2, 3, right 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I write my formula, I look at it and say y equals, what am I counting by? I'm counting by 3. How many times will I count it? Don't know, but I am going to count it a certain number of times, so I put x. And then I ask myself, when I look at a graph, slope intercept, b is the intercept, where does this line intercept the y-axis? It intercepts it at -1. The relationship -1 has, it is also your zero term. So I will write 3x minus 1. And I'm done. I have now the formula to find any term for this sequence 2, 5, 8, 11, 14. If I want to find, if I am asked to find, later on you will be asked to do this, but not right now. We're just going to write the equations. If I want to find the 25th term, here's what I do. The 25th term would be like writing a 25 in the x side of the t-table. Well, since the 25 would be on the x side of the t-table, I will write this, y equals 3 times 25 minus 1. What is 325? I know that to be 75 because that's like 3/4. So I have 75 minus 1. Oops, mistake. Eraser. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, so 75 minus 1. Y equals 74. And this is how you can find any term in the sequence, is by being able to write an equation for the sequence, or an equation for from the t-table, or an equation from the graph. So to review, you start, it's a slope-intercept equation. You're going to start by writing y equals, I say, what's my slope? My slope is what I'm counting by in my sequence. It's the common difference. Or if I look at my graph, up 1, 2, 3, right 1. So I'm going to write 3. I'm going to put an x for however many times I want to count it. B is where does the sequence begin? It always begins at our zero term, so I will write -1. And that's all you have to do. So if you would please take the rest of the sequences from the 11-1 skill sheet, and if you would take and write a slope intercept equation for each arithmetic sequence. So write a slope intercept equation for each arithmetic sequence on the 11-1 sheet. When you finish that, please show it to me. I want to take a look at it. And I will have an answer key for you, so you're more than welcome to take a look at the answer key, and we'll make sure that you're writing those equations correctly. And then you can move on to some more work with geometric sequences. So got any questions, bring it to me. I'll be happy to help you. If you want me to help you do one on another equation from your sheet, bring it to me. We'll do it together. All right, let me know what I can help you with. Good luck.